Dear students, now we will discuss about solving homogeneous equations. Already we learned solving non-homogeneous equations. We have used various methods by testing consistent or inconsistent and observing rank of A and rank of AD. We can solve the equations in one method. And later we use Cramer's method, matrix inversion method and Gauss-Jordan method, which are useful to solve the non-homogeneous equations. Now, what is the process of solving homogeneous equations? Now, let us consider three equations with three variables which are homogeneous. a1x plus b1y plus c1z is equal to 0, a2x plus b2y plus c2z is equal to 0, and a3x plus b3y plus c3z is equal to 0. These are three homogeneous equations. For these equations, let us consider the coefficient matrix A, which is A1, B1, C1, A2, B2, C2, and A3, B3, C3. And the variable matrix X is X, Y, Z. So here all the constants are 0. So the constant matrix here, it will become a null matrix. The solution of the homogeneous equations are completely depend upon coefficient matrix A. So, as we did in the previous methods by considering augmented matrix, which is AD, combined equation of A and constant matrix D, here the fourth column is only zeros. So, no difference of quotient matrix and augmented matrix. If you consider here also augmented matrix, the fourth column has to be 0, 0, 0. So, which is equivalent to coefficient matrix A. So, solution of the homogeneous equations completely depend upon the coefficient matrix A. Remember, homogeneous equations are always consistent. So, they always possess solutions. So, there is no question of whether these equations are inconsistent. So, some non-homogeneous equations may not be consistent. Some equations cannot have the solutions. But homogeneous equations always possess solutions. Now, those solutions depend upon this process. The first point you have to learn is, if rank of A is equal to 3, rank of the quotient matrix is 3. So then the solution is like that. Then the equations have unique solution. Equations have unique solution. We call that one as a trivial solution. And that trivial solution, you have to remember, that is x is equal to y is equal to z is equal to 0. So the only possible solution, if rank of A is 3, the solution of the homogeneous equations is x is equal to y is equal to z is equal to 0. This is the solution of the homogeneous equation when rank of A is 3. Now observe the second point. If rank of A is less than 3, whether it is 2 or 1, then the equations have infinite number of solutions. These are the 2 points you have to remember in solving homogeneous equations. So, homogeneous, non-homogeneous only differ with constants, whereas non-homogeneous equations consist of constants as RHS values, some non-zero numbers. In homogeneous equation, all constants become 0. That's why the fourth column of the augmented matrix will become completely 0. So, you need to consider only the quotient matrix, which decides the solution of the given equations. If its rank of A is 3, then the equations has a trivial solution. remember that one, x0, y0, z0. That is only possible solution if the rank of A is 3. Or you can remember rank of A 3 means given matrix has a 3 number of non-zero rows. So maximum order of the non-singular square submatrix is 3. So the quotient matrix A is non-singular. So if the quotient matrix A, you can observe it is a non-singular, you can say the given equations have trivial solution, that is x0, y0, z0. That is only possible solution. If you observe rank 3, you can give this solution. Or if you find it's a quotient matrix determinant, if its determinant is not equal to 0, that means it is non-singular. So solving homogeneous equations, remember one point, if the quotient matrix is non-singular, then its solution is x0, y0, z0, which is known as the trivial solution. And if rank of A is less than 3, that is not 3, which is a number less than 3, either 2 or 1, so then the equations have infinite number of solutions as we land in the consistent inconsistent process. So you may have so many number of solutions for taking any xyz value of k, values as k, you have to give the solution as an infinite number of solutions. This is the process of solving homogeneous equations. Now let us discuss some problems related to that one. Now we will do one problem solving homogeneous equations. These are the 3 given homogeneous equations. For these equations, consider the quotient matrix 2, 5, 6, 1, minus 3, minus 8, 3, 1, minus 4. This is the quotient matrix. So remember, solution of the homogeneous equations completely depend upon the rank of the matrix, quotient matrix A. So that's why here you need to observe, to try to find the rank of A, so that you can find the rank by converting into echelon form. So to converting into echelon form, you have to make second row first element and third row first element as zeros. That's why use elementary row applications like this. So 1 becomes 0 when you consider 2r2 minus r1, and r3 becomes 3 becomes 0. So if you do 2r3 minus 3r1, 2r3 minus 3r1. Now let me do those calculations here. What are 2r2 values? 2r2, which are 2 into minus 3 is minus 6, 2 into minus 8 is minus 16. Now r1, 2, 5, 6. So subtracting, the new r2 will be like this. Signs changes, 2 minus 2, 0. This is minus 11. This is minus 10. This is the new r2 to the next step. Now use the second application. Write 2r3 values. What are 2r3 values? 2 into 3, 6. 2 into 1, 2. 2 into minus 4 is minus 8. 3r1 values. 3 into 2, 6, 3 into 5, 15, 3 into 6, 18. So subtracting here again, signs changes, the new R3 to the next step, 6 minus 6, 0, 2 minus 15, this is minus 13, minus 8 minus 18, this is minus 26. So these are the 2 steps. The quotient matrix changed as 2, 5, 6, first row remains same, second row as 0, minus 16, minus 6, this is minus 22, let me correct this one, minus 16, minus 6, which is minus 22, 0, minus 11, minus 22, this is 0, minus 13, minus 26. So in finding rank, you can use another row application. Each row you can divide with a number. Here, second row and third row, you can make them as simple by dividing second row with minus 11 and third row with minus 13. So to get easier numbers, R2 dividing with minus 11 and R3 dividing with minus 11. So To the next step, the elements are like this. R1 remains same, 2, 5, 6, 0, 1, 2, 0, 1, 2. So that is the next step. So to convert the echelon form, you need to change that one as 0. That's why you have to apply R3 as R3 minus R2. Now the coefficient matrix A becomes like this. First row remains same, 2, 5, 6. Second row remains same, 0, 1, 2. Same two similar rows, subtracting, get all values 0. Get all values 0. So clearly you can decide its rank of A is clearly 2, which is less than 3. So you can decide the given equations have infinite number of solutions. Equations have infinite solutions, infinite number of solutions, infinite number of solutions, and to obtain such solutions, again you have to convert them as equations. First row, when convert to first equation, 2 into this is x value, 5 into y plus 6 into z is equal to 0. Let it be equation 1. Now second equation, 0 into x, 1 into y plus 2 into z is equal to 0. So doing simplification, 0 into x becomes 0. So it is 2y plus 2z is equal to 0. So we have only two equations. Why? Because third row completely becomes 0. So we don't have another row. That's why here you need to observe whether you have to consider y or z as k, so that you will represent the remaining values in terms of k also. That's why here let us consider, if you take z as k, y as k, no problem. I am taking z value as k. So k belongs to R. So now what happens if z is considered as k, y plus 2k is equal to 0. So y value is minus 2k. So you have y value minus 2k. So now use 1. From 1, 2x plus 5 into y value minus 2k plus 6 into z value k is equal to 0. 2x minus 10k plus 6k is equal to 0. 2x minus 4k, this one 0. 2x is equal to 4k. X is equal to 2k. So the final solution, we obtained x value 2k, y value minus 2k, and z value k. By considering any real number for k, you have infinite number of solutions which satisfies the given equation. So this is how we can able to solve the given homogeneous equations using rank, finding the rank of coefficient matrix and giving the solutions. By observing rank, you can decide whether it has a trivial solution or non-trivial solution. Here you have non-trivial solution. Remember, trivial solution is only when the rank of A is 3 or A is non-singular. Remember, in objective point of view, so the questions may be related to trivial solution, non-trivial solution. If the given equations have trivial solution, that indirectly indicates quotient matrix is non-singular whose determinant is not equal to 0. If the given equations have a trivial solution, it indirectly indicates given quotient matrix A is singular. So you can equate its determinant as 0. So in objective side also, trivial solution means quotient matrix rank is 3 whose determinant is not equal to 0. These are the points you have to remember when doing in objective problems also. Given equations, homogeneous equations has a non-trivial solution. Non-trivial solution indicates rank is less than 3. Rank is less than 3 means given matrix is singular, quotient matrix is singular, so that its determinant will be 0. These are the points link it to. So solution, rank and determinant. Now observe one more problem solving homogeneous equations. So we have the equations like that. For these equations, consider the coefficient matrix 1 minus 1 1, 1, 2 minus 1, 2, 2, 1, 3. So solution of, as I told you earlier, solution of homogeneous equations completely depend upon the rank of the coefficient matrix. That's why I convert this one to the echelon form, so that in step 1 you have to convert second row first element and third row first element as 0. That's why I use these row applications. R1, R2 as R2 minus 2 R1, R2 minus R1, and R3 minus 2 R1. So simple calculations, let me do directly. So to the next step, R1 remains same, no change, 1 minus 1, 1. R2 minus R1, 1 minus 1 gives 0, 2 minus of minus 1, that is 3, minus 1 which is minus 2. Multiplying R1 with 2, R3 minus 2 R1 is the next row application, 2 minus 2 which is 0, 1 minus of minus 2 plus 2 which is 3, 3 minus 2 which is 1. You have to make 0 the next step as a third row second element. So you have to change R3 again by changing R3 minus R2. You can get that 0 by doing that application. R1 remains same, R2 remains same, 0 minus 0 that is 0, 3 minus 3 is 0, 1 minus of minus 2 plus 2 that is 3. So that is the echelon form of the coefficient matrix A. So clearly you can decide rank there, rank of A is 3. If rank of the coefficient matrix is 3, then what is the conclusion? The equations has trivial solution. The equations has a trivial solution. So what is the trivial solution for the homogeneous equations? That is x, y, z all are zeros. X, y, z, that is the trivial solution. If the rank of A is less than 3, then the equations has a non-trivial solution. So infinite number of non-trivial solutions you have there. So if you convert the matrix into again equations, you will get this answer, x0, y0, z0. Observe, making third row as equation, 0 into x, 0 into y, 3 into z is equal to 0. Constant matrix are all zeros elements. So 3z is equal to 0 indicates z value 0. Using z in second row, second equation, 3y minus 2z is equal to 0. Substituting z is equal to 0, you come to know y value 0. Again converting equation 1 as row 1 as equation, x minus y plus z is equal to 0. Already you have y0, z0, that indicates x is also 0. So no need to solve. If you observe the rank of the coefficient matrix A is 3, so then the given homogeneous equations has a trivial solution. Remember, first you have to classify whether the given equations are homogeneous or non-homogeneous. Where if the given equations are homogeneous, then only you can give the answer like this. If rank of A is 3 or coefficient matrix is non-singular, then the system has a trivial solution, that is x0, y0, z0. This is how we are solving given homogeneous equations.